Welcome back to Buzz on Business, Northern Medina County Chamber's Business Showcase. I'm your host today, Mark Priebe, and with me is Laura Cavey from Cool Beans. Laura, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
We're all very thrilled that Cool Beans is in Brunswick now.
Thank you.
And it's a nice feather in our community's cap. I guess I just want to start at the beginning and say, tell us a little bit about yourself and Cool Beans.
Well, I have been with Cool Beans since 2010. Purchased the store that had been there. It became Cool Beans in 2001, but it was actually a coffee shop since the 90s. So we were there before, coffee was cool. But I personally took it over in 2010. I had recently gotten divorced and I had been a stay-at-home mom. So with a 10-year gap on my resume, I was not getting a lot of nibbles for employment. And I just thought I'd make my own career path. So
I love in the notes that you shared that one of your thoughts was, how hard could it be?
My husband cringes when I say that because he's like, oh gosh, here comes a big project. So
yeah, right.
Yeah, but if you try hard enough and you really think the project through, I think you can.
And I think passion goes a long way
Absolutely.
too, right?
I'm a bit of a workaholic, so I always just feel like if I work hard enough, it will come. And 15 years later, I'm still here. So there must be some truth to it.
Absolutely. So Medina has been a great success. It's a staple down in the community. Yes. I'd love to hear about what your decision process was to, what made you decide to come up to Brunswick?
So I am a data girl. I love my data. I love my numbers. I love all of that. And actually, our POS system shows us who is coming from where. So every time you swipe your credit card, I don't know too many details about you, but I get your zip code. And looking at a scatter graph, the next population that was coming to our location in Medina was from right here. So right up and down Pearl. Yeah. So I have Medina, Brunswick, and then Strongsville, right up 42. Excellent. So it made perfect sense to us to be exactly where we're at.
That's exciting, very exciting. So I think one of the things that is a misconception is that you guys are just a coffee shop, right?
Yes.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. I understand the name Cool Beans kind of lends itself to just coffee, but we're actually a full cafe. So we have homemade cranberry chicken salad that people love. Yeah. We do breakfast sandwiches made to order. That's actually a #1 seller.
Is it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we do them made to order. We've come up with 3 of them that are a specific recipe, just so that it's easier to order when you're at the drive-thru and you can say, I would like the Benny, instead of building it yourself. Yeah, right. Our salads, wraps, paninis, we do bakery, we do a lot of catering. So actually this facility was built to have a larger kitchen so that we can facilitate all of the catering. So we're bringing the catering out of Medina because that line doesn't really lend itself to it. So
excellent, that's true. Are you doing catering at all out of Medina?
We do catering out of Medina. It's just a little harder to do because that business, when it was designed and laid out, was laid out with 1 prep cart. So we get, I think our largest catering that we've done was maybe 200 people. So when you're trying to fulfill that and you have customers, it's a little difficult. So that's why we created this design the way that we did, so that we could handle those larger orders.
It had to be nice to have one facility and say, okay, what would we do differently to have efficiency, economies of scale, growth, etc.?
So it's interesting you say that, because one of the reasons that we ended up where we are and decided to build was we were looking at what to do to make that happen in our current location. And we got back an estimate of a couple $100,000. And it didn't make sense because I don't own that building. So I'm not going to put a couple $100,000 into a building I don't own. I would prefer to invest in my own future, and that's how this whole idea started.
That's exciting. That's exciting. So one of the things I wanted to talk about is your gift cards.
Yes.
So you have gift cards, but you have a little bit of a spin on that, right?
We do. We have gift cards in any denomination if you just need a gift or something like that. But we have a lot of people, obviously, who are looking for donations and so forth. And it's an overwhelming amount. Everybody is in need. I mean, and I either need a smaller heart or a much larger checkbook. So I came up with this program in order to help with those needs. So what this is if your group comes to us, you sell $25 gift cards, $5 that goes back to your organization.
Oh, wow.
The only stipulation is you have to sell 100 gift cards.
Okay.
So we've done this with Buckeye Schools last year, and they made I think it was $1,500 in 2 weeks. And then we're working with Buckeye Schools again right now with a different program. It's now
Sure.
their choir. And yeah, we're hoping to see where that goes. So
Yeah.
it's an easy to facilitate program. I like doing things that make it easy on everybody else. I've done a lot with the nonprofit organizations and
Sure.
so forth. So I know from that side, make it easy as possible.
Well, and it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely.
I know what it's like. I mean, a lot of small businesses, they get asked all day and night for donations, and it's hard because you want to give,
You do.
right? But it has to have some way to work for everybody. Let's talk about your refillable mugs. And I see you have a nice display of them here.
I do. We've started this probably 8 to 10 years ago, and people have loved this. So I have one particular gentleman who is still bringing in the original mug from 10 years ago, so he's gotten his money's worth. So I sell these mugs, and these are refillable at our store, anything that has our logo on there. For just, these two are $1.
Yeah.
And this guy, because he's much bigger, he's $2. This is our Christmas one for this year.
Nice.
But you bring this back to me and you get hot coffee, iced coffee, lemonade, or black iced tea anytime, any day with either one of these.
That
So
is
it pays for itself straight away.
Either location?
Either location,
Okay, yeah.
and the price has never risen. 10 years, it's always been $1.
Right.
Now, if you get some extra things like syrup or sweet cream foam or anything along those lines, that does change it up a little bit.
Of course.
But yeah, these are quick and simple, and
And
I
it's a
figure
great value. It's very convenient, right?
you save the earth, I'll save you some money.
I
So
love it.
fair
I
enough.
love it. Well, Laura, thank you for being here today.
Absolutely.
Hope everybody gets a chance to stop by Cool Beans, and we will be right back.